Hi everyone, thanks so much for visiting my channel. I haven't actually been on YouTube for might be a full year now, but I've missed being part of the community, so I thought I'd give it a try again. I have a flip through actually of my last two completed journals, so I will just show you what I've got. This started out as, I'm not sure what, but I just took a cereal box and started decorating it, collaged, added some napkins, added a spine, and eventually I just added pages to it and made it my personal junk journal. I also added this little dangle, which I don't usually do, but it was kind of fun, adding charms and buttons and various things. And it's quite a bit taller than what I usually have, and I also have a little hairband and button closure because it does get fat, and I like my journals to be able to sit on the shelves. So I will just get started. This was, I don't journal every day, and this was, let's see, covers March 2nd through early August 1924. So I will just flip through and maybe comment now and then, maybe not. Uh-oh, that doesn't come out. This got so tight I can't even pull out my little tags anymore. I almost always have a page of wine labels. This is from, got this idea, this envelope edition from, oh shoot, I can't remember her name. I better just be quiet. I like to save menus. I used to like to save tickets from movies, but they don't do tickets anymore, so I use my own. Pen pal, and we do exchanges, and so that was the March challenge that we did, and here's a picture of my contribution to that. She sends me a lot of really sweet handmade things too, so that's what that is. My husband and I went on a road trip, and a lot of the next several pages are from that. I think this opens, oh, it goes that way. Another sweet thing that my pen pal Chris sent to me. All kinds of goodies inside. Something's stuck in there. I learned this technique from Treasure Books, where you could take a full-size picture from a magazine and cut slits in it, and then use the slits for storing other things. And then I made just a little tuck spot as well. This was again from that trip. My husband and I are retirement age, and so some of this is from, excuse me, a retirement village that we visited in California, and I just used the folder of goodies we got in as my background pages for documenting my trip and some of the things we did. McMenamins is a really fun restaurant, and sometimes more, in the Pacific Northwest area. And they've got great artwork and fun, unique buildings, and so I like I like to visit and collect things from there. So it's Easter, a lovely Easter day with my daughter's in-laws. More brochures from the McMenamins group of restaurants. I had more pages than I knew I was going to fill, so I just clicked a bunch together. It's a retirement dinner we went to. More McMenamins brochures. They're always so colorful and fun to look at. And then I came across a bunch of photos of my family over several years, so I just put them all together in here. Documented them, kids at different ages. Here's a report, PowerPoint report that my youngest grandson put together. My sister was up for a visit. We went to Olympia, and this is some ephemera from that visit. So that is that journal. This one I just recently finished, and it's more the size I'm comfortable with. This is from Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tales book. Obviously, the signature is removed, and I put my own in. And this actually has a, this actually has a pocket, but I haven't put anything in there yet. This was from June 24 through December 31st, 24. You might need to be an old science fiction movie to really appreciate this. My husband and I did several just local outings this past summer, and that was a lot of fun. Of course, I picked up everything I could, ephemera-wise. Here we are at a McMenamins in Tacoma. It's very cool. We got some new furniture. My husband likes to just check out local areas and find places that would be fun to sort of explore. And this was a new one for me. It's quite south in Tacoma. You can see the Tacoma Narrows Bridge from certain views there. Birthday cards, cards from friends. I did took advantage of a good rate for joining Ancestry.com, mainly because I was curious about my own DNA, and I got a free test, additional DNA test from that, so I did that. I like these pages pretty well. My granddaughter was part of a Washington Aerospace Scholars and week camp, and there was a luncheon on the last day, and I got to be her guest. It was great. It was a astronaut that gave out the certificates. This is my wine pages in this one. Oh, that's my granddaughter, her first day of kindergarten and her first day of senior year in high school. And these are some of her senior photos. Naturally, I think she's, well, I know she's beautiful and smart. This was a page I got a lot of inspiration from February and June, I think it's called. Yeah, February and June is the YouTube channel, and she just uses a lot of just fun ephemera. And so I did that and wrote a little bit more on this from labels and packaging and stuff. And then this I wrote about some of my favorite current YouTube channels, including A Call to Create with Sue, Victor, Marguerite Miller, Kathleen Mower, February and June, Biddy Penny, and there's some others that I really like too. Kind of depends on what my current mood is. I mentioned we are retired, and we're actually on a waiting list for a nearby retirement community, and they were having an open house, so we went to that. I gathered up all the ephemera, wrote about that, cut it down, put it in my journal. This is a local little place nearby that I like to give the local small businesses business. Here's another one of those pretty pictures folded in half and with slits cut in, so you can use the picture and also store things in it. Oh, this is kind of funny. There was apparently some UFO sightings here in this area in 1947, and currently there's this it's kind of promotion to get people to come to our little town, Des Moines, Washington. And this is just a fun collage of information about that, so had to take pictures and include that. These are my beloved cats. have a friend who's an actor, and I went to one of her performances. This is ephemera from that. My daughter and I like to go to movies together and then someplace to eat afterwards, so some ephemera from that. This is a fun new sushi place nearby where the servers are actually robots. Sushi's pretty good, and it was cute and a new experience. So my daughter and I went on a road trip to the Oregon coast. I actually did an album of some other pages with ephemera for that, but this was some of the leftover ephemera, so I wrote about it and put it in here. These are some amazing pictures that my daughter took of places where we stayed. My kitties again. This is from a catalog, and I just liked the picture. That's of Edinburgh, Scotland, and thought all this stuff went together. So the thing about a junk journal is you can make it anything you want, and so sometimes I just play on the pages. And again, here I like the combination of colors. These are chopstick covers, but I had a packaging from something and used that, and then this was from that same catalog from the previous page. I just thought they went together pretty well. This was from Thanksgiving when I was about 10 years old, and I came across some pictures and I wrote about that. I would always go to San Francisco with my family, and it's just old pictures that are fun to see. It's about 1965. This is some Christmas pages. I didn't do a whole Christmas journal this time, but I gathered my Christmas ephemera and put them in here. This is a, what do you call it? This is why it's good for me not to talk when I do my flip throughs. My mind always goes blank. Snippet roll. And I won a prize from Sue Victor's channel, and this is one of the snippet roll I made from, part of the snippet roll I made from the goodies that she sent me. More, not so many pictures this year, but couldn't ignore Christmas, so. And here's more of the snippet roll and my little note I got from Sue congratulating me on winning the prize. My actor friend was in A Christmas Carol. In fact, she was Scrooge. And this is all about that. Just a picture from a magazine. This is morning. I get incredible photos from where I live. I take early morning walks, and some of the views are just amazing. This was from that. It's about voting. My thoughts afterwards. It's kind of funny at our age and size. Some birthday cards. Sweet one from Sue. I like these pages. My husband and I went to the Museum of Flight, and then afterwards went to a little pub, and just a combination of pictures and ephemera and little wristband from the Museum of Flight. And so that is that. I was on Joey DeFee's channel, and she was doing a video on just making a simple, quick journal, just using what you have. Of course, I've done that lots before, but anyway, I was inspired to make a new one, and I thought maybe I'll try having my personal junk journal be soft cover and instead of the hardcover that I usually use. So I'm in the process of using that right now, and although it's fun to make and I'm using it, and I like some of the pages, I don't think this is going to be my style. I really like for my personal junk journal, I really like a hardcover like this with quite a few pages. So that is, I will finish this up and then I'll probably go back to the hardcover. But anyway, thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate your taking the time, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.